Hey there, I'm Ryan Funk, and welcome to You Feature. The FascinAsian Film Festival is back here in Winnipeg, running until May 3rd at the Winnipeg Art Gallery, showcasing bold, local, national, and international Asian filmmakers during the Year of the Fire Horse. Passes and tickets are now available at FascinAsian.ca. Let's take a moment to connect with programming team member Anthony.
I am Anthony Javier. I'm a local filmmaker and stunt actor. At the festival, I am a programmer.
Making films and you're like a stunt, tell me about that. What sort of films have you been a stunt actor in?
Stunt actor, well, when I first started, I was just making my own little action shorts, and I was like, hey, maybe I want to get these out there. I want to see them on a big screen, like in a theater with like lots of people watching. And I was like, hey, what do I do? Send them into film festivals. And then after that, people started getting to know my name, and I was like, oh, okay. And next thing I know, I'm helping out with FascinAsian, and yeah.
And here you are, right here
am.
now. What is the craziest stunt that you've had to do?
I have two, I think. One was getting flown off a car, and then the second one was just falling down scaffolding.
Oh, just falling down. That's always fun. So bumping off a car, walk me through that experience. Like, is there like a specific way you gotta like move your body when hitting there? Like, how do you get through something like that without getting seriously injured?
I practiced at the gymnastics center for a while. Like, I was like, okay, this is all independent. Before I became like a union, I was like, okay, let's just practice on some mats. And then once I used my own car, and I was like, okay, I think I feel good, and just went for it.
There you go. So that's all you have to do, folks. If you're wanting to, not get injured getting hit by a car, you gotta practice.
Yeah, and you need protection. Lots of pads. I bought pads.
Lots of pads. Lots of mats.
Practicing pads.
As a filmmaker and a stunt actor, what are your favorite aspects of those kind of two different parts of the cinematic world?
On the stunt actor part, I usually like, when I do the choreography, checking the gates, checking I get inspired by anime a lot, and like Jackie Chan and Jet Li movies. So I try to blend the two to make it kind of look unique, but not a copy of what they're doing. So different camera angles, different moves.
Well, I've seen a lot of those kind of videos on like YouTube and TikTok. Of
they're getting popular lately.
Like trying to replicate those like anime movies. Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z. Is there a particular anime that you go to for your inspiration?
Lately, it's just been Dragon Ball, Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer's a good one.
Yeah, like the way they put their camera angles, I'm just like, okay, maybe I can use that in real life.
The FascinAsian Film Festival. What is it about this festival that you like, that you enjoy? Why is this kind of an exciting thing that kicks off May here in Winnipeg?
Well, I think it's really exciting because like when I first started, there wasn't much for the Asian community to like showcase their films. And then after going to a few of these, I'm like, there's a lot of Asian filmmakers that are just like me that want to show their creative and their story, their culture. I'm like, oh, there's more. So that's what made me excited about FascinAsian. So
2021, I think, was the first year that it launched. Now that we're in 2026, 5 years later, it's grown exponentially. We have it in Calgary, we have it in Edmonton, of course we have it here in Winnipeg. So it's exploding. People are clearly hungry and excited. People within the Asian community looking for that representation, and people outside of the community to learn a little bit more about the diverse cultures within it. So as a programmer, what does that all mean? What sort of roles are you doing at FascinAsian?
This year was like my first year fully on board with like FascinAsian. The other years I was submitting films.
Yeah, submitting films.
Yeah.
So you're on the opposite side now.
Yeah, now I'm on the opposite side. So I'm still learning the ropes and stuff, but I was a part of the judging the films on which were chosen. So those were a lot of films, a lot of amazing films. And
How many films did you have to watch this year?
I think I watched there was 150 something, I think, and they ended up splitting it between a few of us, and I ended up watching 50 or 57,
That's
something
so
like
many.
that. I'm just yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to.
Well, it can be
yeah.
exhausting, right? Like, it's really exciting to have the opportunity to watch that amount of films, but you're trying to fit it into a timely manner. And I know for myself, when I was reviewing some films for Real Pride Film Festival, after a while you're like, okay, I think I might be movied out for a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I think it was about a month for us to finish the first round of judging. So I was like, okay, it's not too rushed. That's what was nice about it.
Nice. So this year's theme is trailblazing. Jessica was telling me about every year follows the Chinese zodiac. So this year, the fire horse, trailblazing. What can you tell me about the films that were chosen this year that fit within that theme of trailblazing?
I feel like they were really inspiring. You saw the lowest of the low, and then you see them grow. And yeah, I just found it really inspiring.
Okay. What sort of things, as you're judging, you're going through 50 different films, what sort of elements or parts of a film, because not every film can be selected for a film festival, otherwise it'd be one very long weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But what sort of things are you in particular looking for that you feel, yes, this is something that'll fit well within there? Do you watch through all of them, you're like, okay, these ones kind of resonated with me, and then you go through again? Walk me through your process and your criteria.
So this being my first time judging, I was like, okay, what's something that I feel is relatable but original, and yet people would enjoy. Some would enjoy. Yeah.
Okay. Out of that list, when we're looking at what's coming out this weekend,
Don't make me pick one.
don't make you pick
Don't
one.
make me pick one. It's hard.
Let's say top 5 then. Top five.
I have there's so many. I'll give you 2.
Okay, perfect.
Friendships, and Take It Easy, Joey.
Okay, take it. Why are those 2 ones that resonate with you? Why did those ones stand out?
Friendships is made by a local filmmaker here, and it has a fight scene. I enjoy it. And
there you go. Anime lover,
yeah.
Fight scenes,
Fight
it's always
scenes,
a good time.
Yeah. And I got to support local, so.
Awesome. And when we're looking at a film festival like this, we're celebrating the Asian culture. Things are growing and exploding. What sort of things are you hoping to see from, Asian films locally here? What are you hoping to over let's say the next decade or so? You're a young guy, you're fresh in the industry, kind of getting your feet wet, your foot in the door. What are sort of the things you're hoping to see in terms of the stories, the opportunities over the next decade? What are some things you would like to see for yourself?
For it to get bigger and have the new up and coming filmmakers take bigger risks, just show without having budget as an issue, just express to their fullest potential.
Well, when we're looking at, cinema history, it's the limitations that had to be overcome that led to some of the most exciting developments, like Star Wars, for example. They didn't really have any set techniques on how to showcase those miniatures, those really nostalgic things right now of the snow. I can't even remember the names. I'm a horrible Star Wars fan. But when they're out on Hoth and they're going through I think they're AT-ATs, the legs, those sort of speeders and stuff, the way they're able to access that and do that, the things they had to jerry-rig in order to get, it was on some sort of just a screwdriver, a electric screwdriver or something to get some of those things. And it's through those limitations, overcoming those obstacles, that you can get the most exciting things. And I think in an age of over CGI, like I think a lot of people are saying like, wow, a lot of these films and things are feeling very samey in terms of, you know, large budget productions. Lots of CGI. People aren't taking risks anymore. So in the lower budget, why not take a risk? Why not try something different? What do you have to lose?
Exactly, yeah. Taking a risk, especially like on a low budget or if you don't have any budget. Like my short films that I submitted, they were like $40. It took $40 and that was to feed the crew.
There you go. Like, it doesn't take much to make something. All it takes is a little ingenuity and a little creativity and passion.
Fun. Fun,
of course.
Yeah, you gotta have fun.
Okay, if you were to let's go at it again. I'm gonna give you $500 to make something, and then I'll give you $100,000 to make something. Pitch me those two potential ideas. One with $100,000 and the other with $500. What are you creating?
Honestly, well, if I'm gonna go the action route, I would give you an action film, of course, but with the 100,000, more explosions, more car chases. Of course, I'd have to cheat things, but like, yeah.
Yeah, how many explosions, how many car chases can you get with $100,000? We need to get our budget people out.
We need budget, yeah. Get them on the phone.
But yeah, for $500, what is something you could create? Just to give people some ideas of what's possible. With just, you said $40, but even just, $500.
Yeah, I think it's warehouse fight scene, a car chase that the city doesn't know about, maybe.
What they don't know about won't hurt them.
No, yeah.
For someone who's looking for those opportunities, looking to get out there, what sort of words of encouragement would they give you? If you could go back to your younger self to help, inspire yourself, to help motivate yourself to get out there even faster, what sort of words would you give yourself?
Take the risk. Don't wait for the audition call. Don't wait for the call back. Don't wait for the proper technology if you don't have it. We all have phones. Now we can record. Yeah, just take the risk. Who cares what the haters say? There will always be haters.
Oh, I mean, especially in this day and age, it doesn't matter what you create or what you put out there. There's going to be people out there hating on it instantly, even when something is perfect. Let's look at Cleric's Obscure Expedition 33. Game of the Year, won so many awards. The majority of people saying this was a masterpiece. People were still hating on it.
No matter what, there's always haters.
So, FascinAsian Film Festival going on this weekend. To make it grow, to make it succeed, we need more people to get in. Give me your pitch on getting involved for the FascinAsian Film Festival. Not just, put like people submitting movies, but you need people behind the scenes like you're now with programming. There's other volunteers to make it all happen. What's your pitch?
I'd say get out there, check it out. If you're an aspiring filmmaker, you want to give it a shot, check out the films. Maybe it'll spark some encouragement in you, and who knows, you might make something, or network, and you might network with the right person who will maybe give you a budget for the film that you want. And
Awesome. So for people out there, you're a young filmmaker, you're creating things. Where can people go to find out and see your work?
My work, I had a YouTube channel, but it's all on my Instagram now at SSJ Anthony. That's my Instagram.
The FascinAsian Film Festival is here in Winnipeg until May 3rd at the Winnipeg Art Gallery. It celebrates powerful Asian stories from local and global filmmakers during the year of the Fire Horse. Don't miss out and get your passes and tickets now at FascinAsian.ca.